lovely to see you this morning on this cold, wet day. I'm really impressed that you've made it here this morning. If you don't know me, my name's Jo Robinson, and I'm the new curate here at Hardington Vale Parish. And it's just a delight to be with you this morning. I've preached here a couple of times, but this is the first time I've led the service, so it's really lovely to be with you. I'm just going to say a few words to our online viewers. Welcome this morning to our service from Hardington Vale Parish. It's lovely to have you with us online, and we hope and pray that you will be blessed as you join us for worship today. So if you haven't been to this church before, and I see a few new faces, it's lovely to have you, and I'll just give you a couple of pointers of what we're going to be doing this morning, because obviously things are slightly different in church these days. So please be sure to keep 2 meters apart, as you are doing so now, which is great. But as you move around the church for communion and things like that, you'll need to stay separated. And Caroline will explain more when the time comes for communion about how that will happen. And also, for those of us speaking from the front, either leading or preaching or reading or praying, we're able to remove our masks. But if the rest of you could please keep your face entirely, your mouth and nose entirely covered, that would be great. Thank you. Also, singing. I'm afraid, as we know, no singing in church, but we do have some lovely worship songs. So can I encourage you, when the songs come on, to really watch them? You could hum very quietly behind your mask. I think that's allowed. But no singing. But feel free to stand and be in a worshipful attitude and posture if you'd like to. Of course, you're also free to sit. So those are all the practicalities. But we're here this morning to bring ourselves before God, to worship him. And we've been praying that we'd really be able to focus on God this morning. And we want to hear his word. We're going to pray, and we're going to ask him to transform our hearts and our lives as we worship him. So I'd like to read a couple of verses from Psalm 96. The Lord is the great God, the great King above all gods. In his hand are the depths of the earth, and the mountain peaks belong to him. The sea is his, for he made it, and his hands formed the dry land. Come, let us bow down in worship. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, the flock under his care. And we're now going to have our first hymn, and as I say, do feel free to remain seated, or if you'd like to, you may stand.